Hey guys, this is Sander, a Dutch tour director for EF Ultimate Break. The Appelflap is a treat that goes back almost 2000 years, if not more. So I went to the farmer's market and I got some apples, I got some raisins, butter puff pastry and cinnamon. These are the ingredients that we're going to use today. I will show you in 4 simple steps. There's 2 things you can do. First, you can put the raisins in a bowl of warm water, so they will soak up the moist and they will be less dry after. You can let them soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. At the same time, turn on your oven. It's going to preheat at 180 degrees Celsius, or which in your case would be about 356 degrees Fahrenheit. So while the raisins are soaking up the water and while the oven is preheating, you can start to prepare the filling. Step 2 is to prepare the filling for the Appelflap. So we're going to skin the apple. Just take out the core. And then cut them in little pieces. 1 apple is enough for about 4 Appelflaps, so if you want to make more than that, get more apples. Put the pan on the oven on a low fire and you can put in the pieces of the apple, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a little bit more or less according to your taste, about the same brown sugar. Also don't forget to add a bit of maizena or flour, and also add the raisins if they have soaked up all the water. This you can put on the fire for about 10 minutes till it becomes a moisture. Step 3 is taking the filling and the dough and making the Appelflap itself. And then you will understand what flap means. So take a square piece of butter puff pastry of about 4 to 5 inches squared. Put it down, maybe have a little bit of flour underneath so it doesn't stick to the surface. And put a little bit of filling on it and make sure that it's spread out about one side. Don't put in too much because the dough will rip. Then, if you want, you can add a little bit of lemon juice and, if you want, a bit of nuts. Then, the flap. In Dutch, a flap is to fold. So you're gonna fold, flap one side over the other so you end up with a nice filled triangle. And then make sure that the sides are well connected to each other to close the Appelflap. You can do this with your fingers and push them tightly with a bit of water, or you can also use a fork so you get this nice striped texture on the side. To finish it off, on the top of the Appelflap, you put a bit of the egg yolk. You can use like a brush for this, a cooking brush, so that you get this nice golden color at the end, and also sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on the top. Put the Appelflaps in the oven and wait 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Just occasionally check and see if it's a nice color. And then you take them out and then you're done. So now that my kitchen is a beautiful mess, nothing remains but to eat this delicious Appelflap. Or as we say in Dutch, lekker.